All right, so we're taking a look at BAT here. I have drawn this green box of support. You can see that it tests these highs right here, and it also tests these lows. And every time we have tested, you can see we've either had substantial moves to the downside or substantial moves to the upside. We also have this red zone of resistance above us. You can see when we have tested it when we are below it, we've had pretty significant rejections. And when we have tested it when we are above it, we have had pretty significant pumps. So if we draw a fib retracement from this low to this high here, you can see that we actually had a perfect rejection off of the 0.382 level here on the Fibonacci retracement, which is pretty much the inverse of the 618. We've also had decent tests of each of the levels within this range as well. If we take the Fibonacci retracement and extend it out here, you can also see it lines up with the price action beforehand as well. You can also see that the 1618 is also within this green box, pretty much smack in the middle of it too, so it could very well move all the way back down here again at some point. Especially considering that, these type of patterns like this are generally continuation patterns, so it continues the trend that goes into it. So if we had a downtrend moving into it, we should expect a downtrend moving out of it. So we clean up the daily chart and take a look at the Ichimoku cloud as well as the EMA ribbon. You can see that we found resistance at the top of this red box, and eventually it pushed us all the way down out of the Ichimoku cloud. We've also had a fake out above the 200 daily exponential moving average, right? Send further down. We've flipped the EMA ribbon back red again, and it's currently widening and catching up with the price action. Now, really, the only thing I see going for it right now is somewhat of a inverse head and shoulders pattern, but I don't think that's going to play out, in my opinion. I think we'll likely see that move all the way back down to 60 cents or so before seeing somewhat of a bounce. Now, I don't think this bounce will have enough steam to break this red box of resistance, but I could very well be wrong. In my opinion, I think we need to come back down this green box before we start chipping away at these levels and bringing it to the upside. But a bounce back down here at this previous low, could very well keep it in the sideways price action like this. We take a look on the 4 hourly, it's actually looking a little bit worse in my opinion. We rejected at the very top of the Ichimoku cloud here, and it sent us much further. We've also broken this low here, so this could be a trending move to the downside, especially if we find resistance at the Ichimoku cloud again. Here we also had a fake out above the 200 EMA on the 4 hourly, as well as turning the EMA ribbon green and instantly bringing it to the downside yet again. So not great, this is definitely set up for another move down to around, again, 60 cents or so, where the bottom of that one level is right around here. So to sum things up, we have had some pretty decent moves to the upside from this lower level here, and even from the 786 here, around 50% both times. So, if we do find support here, I expect at least somewhat of a bounce, even potentially up to the 382. And again, we could very well move all the way back up to this red box again and continue to trade sideways. But as I mentioned in my other videos, the more we start testing support or resistance, the more likely we are to break through it. It's really anywhere between 61 and, I hate to say it, but 57 cents. If we can find a bounce here, that'd be a good sign. If not, we'll move probably all the way back down to the 40 to 50 cent region around this green box here. And, ultimately, we really need to break this $1 zone to the upside so that we can see higher price action, or else we're just going to stay within this range. But in my opinion, if we do find support here, it's more likely to break this than if we found support here. As in the past, we have had quite substantial moves from these support zones, right? If we take it all the way up here, this is a 300% move to the upside. So even if we get, say, 100% move or even 150% move, so half of that from here, it could very well send us through this box enough to break it to the upside, right? And then come down and retest it. So that's all I have for basic attention token today. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do so as I try to post content daily. As always, this is not financial advice, and I'll see you in the next one.